The Chicago Bears finished up their 4th day of training camp, wrapping up the weekend as they have off tomorrow, and today was more of the same story. Justin Fields is looking great once again. Before I dive in, I do want to address the people who keep telling me, stop hyping up training camp, it's only training camp, there's no pads, it's not a real game. Listen. My guy Brendan on Twitter went through the Bears Wire archives from day 4 of practice last year just to remind everyone where the offense was at, and it was brutal. I mean, just read some of these reports. Team drills, Justin Fields fumbles, sloppiness at the mesh point with Montgomery on a read option handoff. It's not live, but so far the defensive pressure has been getting to Justin Fields a lot in this team session. Defense is dominating 11 on 11s, no one's getting open. Morrow with an almost INT on the flat intended for Montgomery. Morrow almost picked it off. Rough start so far and 11 on 11s for the offense. True flashes from the Bears offense have been few and far between this week. For me, the clunkiness has been particularly glaring this morning. Bears offense incredibly clunky today. Bears fans have had to endure so many bad practices, so many negative reports, so many ugly reports of how bad the team is doing during training camp. So yes, when we hear the Bears are doing great this year, when all of the reports are about how good everybody is looking, obviously we're going to be excited for once. So please, for the love of God, let us have something good for once. And with that being said, let's just move on into the video for today. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some of the highlight videos that we have while running through some of the most prominent plays that happened today. And as far as individual players breakdown, I've been doing that all week, so if you want to check my previous few videos out, go ahead and do so after this. But for now, let me do a run through of all the plays today. We finally have some offensive line action. The O-line had one-on-ones for the crowd to see today. Darnell Wright, rookie right tackle, faced Rasheem Green in 2 reps, and he won both of his reps. That's great news to hear. Again, it's just one-on-one, so it's not like it's a huge deal, but you want to hear that Darnell Wright is winning every rep possible. Tevin Jenkins won his rep versus rookie defensive tackle Javon Dexter Sr. That is going to be a very fun battle to watch once the pads do come on. Braxton Jones had 2 reps against DeMarcus Walker. Braxton kind of anchored down a bull rush from DeMarcus Walker and won the first rep, but then DeMarcus Walker won the second rep and he threw Braxton to the ground. So that was a nice little battle. They went 1-1. And then the only other update I have from the 1-1s is that Justin Jones pretty much beat Nate Davis kind of easily. Again, don't take too much stock into that. It's just 1-on-1s. It's not even padded. So that's just the only update we have from the offensive line. If you guys have been paying attention to my videos, I literally have had nothing these past 3 days. So it's cool to at least have something today. And the other offensive line update is that Ja'Tyre Carter, last year's 7th round draft pick, was getting some first team reps at guard today in place of Nate Davis. So it's nice to hear that the coaching staff has confidence in Ja'Tyre Carter. He's definitely an ascending player. Being a late round draft pick, you don't really have high expectations to do anything, yet alone even make the team. So it's really nice that he's becoming a quick riser and seemingly is establishing himself as that main backup guard on the team. And just a few quick notes before I move on to the specific plays, but cornerback Terrell Smith and Tyreek Stevenson continue to rotate at cornerback 2, and head coach Matt Eberflus confirmed today that the 2 rookie cornerbacks are both competing for that starting spot. Like I said in my previous video, the Bears are going to start whoever is the better player. It does not matter that Tyreek Stevenson was drafted higher. It doesn't even matter that we traded up for him. What matters is that the best player is going to be on the field. Ever since OTAs, everybody kind of assumed that Tyreek Stevenson was the automatic starter, which the Bears were running him as the starter at that position. However, now that camp is going, it's clearly a competition. Tyreek Stevenson does have the upper leg just because he was drafted higher. He gets the first looks at first team reps, but he doesn't have the position handed to him, and Terrell Smith is going to have every opportunity to steal that position from him. And as far as team health goes, Eddie Jackson didn't practice today, but Coach Eberflus just called it a reset day, and Dante Pettis is on the non-football list, so he's not in camp. Linebacker Dylan Cole, who got injured early in camp, he was back healthy today, so that means the team is virtually fully healthy. And I want you guys to listen close for this. That was me knocking on wood because I'm praying we stay as healthy as possible. Obviously, it's football, so injuries are gonna happen, but I just hope we can stay as healthy as possible. Guys like Cody Whitehair was shaken up, but he returned back to practice. Trevis Gibson was shaken up, he returned right back to practice. And then Chase Claypool was shaken up a few days ago, he returned back. So overall, there hasn't been any injuries on the team once again. Knock on wood. And the only other update before I get to the specific plays is that the team finally had a mini fight today. A little bit of a scuffle, nothing too serious. Fullback Kari Blasingame gave the biggest shove at the end of it, and there was no more to that. Like I said in previous videos, the Bears defense has been chirpy. They have been talking loud to the offense. So it's nice to hear that we're getting competitive juices flowing. Obviously, you don't want to hear anything too serious, but scuffles every now and then are going to happen. It's a contact sport and it's competitive. Now moving on to the specific plays in action that happened today, starting with one-on-one routes. DJ Moore kicked it off with a great catch over Jalen Johnson in the corner of the end zone. Justin Fields put the ball perfectly where only DJ Moore could catch it. Man, we're just seeing this every single day, so it's becoming a consistent thing. And then Velus Jones shook up Elijah Hicks on a double move to the boundary. Justin connected with him. Then Justin had a great throw to Robert Tonyan where only Tonyan could get it. And then Tyler Scott kind of dusted Tariq Stevenson on a slant route. So one-on-ones, the offense was looking good. Now obviously in one-on-ones, that's favored for the offense. It's really hard for the defense to guard those when they don't have help. But when, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, the opposite where the offense was doing bad is something you don't want to hear. So it's good to hear that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And then moving on to team drills, the Bears put Robert Tonyan in the slot and Justin Fields hit him. He threw a dart to Velus Jones in the red zone for a touchdown, and Velus had this nice dance to celebrate it. Fields runs in for the touchdown on a rollout to the right in the end zone with nobody open. He was looking for DJ Moore, but he was covered. Then there was a play where Mooney motioned across the field and Justin hit a really quick touchdown pass to Robert Tonyan once again in the red zone. On 7-on-7s, Roschon Johnson had a drop and defense won the 7-on-7s early on, but then Roschon spent a lot of time at the end of practice catching balls from the jugs machine, so he's gonna have to clean some of that up. He had a fumble the other day. Not a huge deal, he's a rookie, it's early in camp, but definitely want to get that stuff cleaned up. Then Fields had a nice quick strike to DJ Moore for another touchdown. Jalen Johnson at some point had a very nice pass breakup intended for Tonyan. Fields communicated with Tonyan after the play that he wanted him to come back for the ball more, so they're communicating, they're figuring things out together, and then Fields went on to find Tonyan for another touchdown. Then during the 2-minute drill, the offense was moving and Justin Fields was looking pretty solid. They kicked it off with a screen route to Equanimeous St. Brown. Then Fields scrambled for a first down. Then he threw a pass to DJ Moore and it was kind of a rough ball, but DJ Moore still caught it anyway and the Bears called a timeout. Very next play, Justin threw a nice ball over the middle to Cole Kmet and capped off the drive with a touchdown pass to Equanimeous St. Brown. Ryan Poles said that he wants to see the Bears get better in those 2-minute drill situations, and the offense delivered today. And then Tyler Scott came in with the second team and immediately had a deep route against the first team defense. So that's great to hear that Tyler Scott is still putting on a show. And then eventually Tremaine Edmonds got a pretty nice interception, video right here. And that's about it that I have for you guys as far as specific plays. Obviously there was more, but that's all I have that I know of specifically. I do know at some point Kyler Gordon blew up a screen route to Khalil Herbert and he knifed through and got a tackle for loss. Kyler Gordon continues to show that he's ascending on the team. But yeah, other than that, that's about it that I have for the specific plays. I do want to mention Darnell Mooney was a full go for the first time during training camp in team drills, and Chase Claypool has been standing out recently. I don't have any mention of big plays that they made today, but they're both in action. And the running backs did some blocking drills, and Roschon Johnson clearly looked like the best during the pass pro reps, and I think that's what is going to get Roschon Johnson on the field is his ability to pass out of the to block out of the backfield. And Khalil Herbert did not look so great. He was getting completely blown by. So we all know that that's one of Khalil Herbert's weaknesses is pass protection. So I think Roschon Johnson and Khalil Herbert are both going to split a lot of times, just a lot of playing time, just because they do things completely differently, like they're polar opposite running backs almost. And NFL Network was at Bears practice today. They were at all of the NFL teams' practice for the weekend, but they had really great coverage on the Bears, and at the end of practice, Kyle Brandit interviewed Justin Fields and DJ Moore. That was a completely hilarious interview, so if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and click the link in the description. It'll send you to my Twitter page. I uploaded the full video. I screen recorded it on my iPad. But other than that, feel free to drop a like and comment if you enjoy these update videos that I'm bringing you guys, and go ahead and subscribe to stay updated as I'm bringing you guys new videos every single day with every bit of information I possibly can. Go ahead and watch my previous videos where I went in depth of each position and other battles, and I'll see you guys there.